50 seconds. She literally said there's 50 seconds in 5 minutes. Oh my god. Do it for the queen! 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 Hello, welcome back everybody to the video series dedicated show on MTV that is full of dum-dums. That's right, I'm talking about The Challenge Season 34 War of the Worlds 2 Episode 6, and in this episode, Kyle wants to be adopted by Jordan and Tori, Georgia and Josh Travis Snog, and Rogan says, I love you to Dee. Aww. But let's start off where last episode left off, and that was Johnny Bananas being thrown into an elimination by his own teammates and being eliminated by the hands of Theo. And coming back to the challenge house, half of the house feels betrayed of what just happened, and the other half is perfectly fine with what happened. And that's where it leads to a downfall and an argument between Josh and Paulie, and Paulie gets like possessed by the ghost of the Chameleonator, and he has to be restrained as he's telling Josh that he's going to murder him and kill him and wants him to die by his hands. And the US is in shambles. It has been in shambles, and it needs somebody to step up as a leader in the leadership role to rally this team and be the winners that they know the US team can be. And that's when Leroy steps up, rallies everybody into the room and tells them, look, we need to put our past behind us and come together as a team. And it starts by, if we win, that we don't vote in our own teammates, and everybody seems to agree on that. And they also agree at that time to put Nany in as the speaker if the US wins the next daily challenge, and she would pick Leroy and Ninja to be in the tribunal with her. Everybody seems cool with that. So let's go into the daily challenge called Explosive Decisions. TJ's favorite kind of challenge, but this one's going to be played a little bit differently this season, as each team will be picking their 6 smartest people to be sitting in these ejector seats. Each team will pick one person each round to go head to head. Now the first team to 6 points wins. How do you get a point? Well, you'll be asked a trivia question. You have to get that trivia question right, and your opponent has to get it wrong and has to be ejected up in the air. If both those things happen in one round, your team gets a point. So let's just get into this. The US picks Jordan, Paulie, and Zach with Cam, Ashley, and Tori, and the UK team picks Rogan, Bear, Theo with Dee, Georgia, and Nicole. Now, on Twitter, there was a lot of debate on whether this was rigged for the US over the UK, as people were citing that the UK's questions were a bit harder than, say, the US questions, and I have them all written down, so I'm just going to name a few and go through this. The US questions that were asked were: who invented the telephone? Spell alliance. Cam had to get a quote from Mean Girls right. Spell cutthroat. In the War of 1812, name one nation that was fighting, and it was the US, so it's kind of a layup. Let's look into the UK questions, and the UK questions had: what is the only continent with land in all 4 hemispheres? Tiger Woods' first name. How many seconds are in 5 minutes? That was the most popular one that was said. Most streamed artist, and the value of pi. So, I mean, relatively, I would say maybe the UK had a bit of a harder pool on that one. However, they were still pretty easy questions. So, with that being said, they didn't even come close, as the US won this daily challenge 6-0. It was a massacre. It was a rout. It was terrible. But the US wins. Nany is the speaker, and she picks Leroy and Ninja. Everything's going as planned so far. So far, so good with this new US team, US plan. So now let's go into the nomination ceremony, and it gets kicked off with another massive argument on the UK. They're just yelling at each other. They're talking over each other. They don't know what's going on. Before the nominations though, Nicole was talking to Nany in the bathroom. Nicole didn't have all of her facts straight, as she thinks that Esther is going to be the easy pick to be put into the elimination. Oh, they already said her name. She's gonna be thrown in regardless, so who cares? I'm not worried. Well, that's the first sign you should be worried. Also, Nicole had so much more cam time than she's ever had in the history of this show, or in the history of the first 5 episodes of the show, so you knew something was fishy going on when Nicole had that much camera time. So she gets put in there, her name gets thrown around. Both her and Esther are being voted on, but the majority vote to throw in Nicole. The tribunal is talking, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because when everybody was talking to Nany about putting Nany in as the speaker, they even asked her specifically, are you going to make the big move? Are you going to do what we as a team want you to do? Or are you going to be looking after yourself? And Nany instinctively says, oh, well, I'll just do what the team wants. And I want to make a big move. When it comes down to brass tacks, though, Nany's getting cold feet. She doesn't want to put in, say, Jenny. Nany does not want to. She wants to put in somebody like Esther, and that puts Leroy kind of in the middle ground. But they take it to the group as a whole, and the whole group is talking, and majority of them want to take a big shot at Jenny. Jenny is a tough competitor. She is physically strong, but she can also be mentally strong. And Ninja's whole argument was, if it's not a physical elimination, then why not throw her in there? If it's a puzzle, maybe she'll get tripped up, and you never know. Maybe she'll just lose to Nicole, and then you take out a big player and you keep Nicole in there. Tori brings up that, why do that? Why have Jenny pissed at us? Let's just throw in, say, Esther, and if Nicole wins, then she is pissed off at her own team for having her voted in, and then she goes back to the team and does crappy again. Nany likes Tori's plan, but nobody likes Nany's plan, and that's when a big fight between Nany and Cam happened, and everybody's just saying, let's throw in Jenny. Everybody wants to put in Jenny, let's make a big move, and statistics say, if you do not face an elimination, you're going to make it into a final. That's what happened last season with, say, Turbo. He did not see a single elimination, and he went all the way to the finals and won this thing. So why not send in Jenny and see if that can cause a chaos? You never know. Maybe she's having a bad day. Maybe she does something. Maybe she stubs her toe. Her head's not in it, and she gets eliminated. Let's just go into it, and that's when it comes down to voting in, and Ninja and Leroy both vote in Jenny, and Nany votes in Esther. It's Jenny versus Nicole in what is called the trapped elimination. And in this elimination, you have to start off up on this tower, and there is a puzzle that you have to put together. The key to this puzzle is all the way down at the bottom of this glass tower, and there's balls at the bottom. You have to move the balls to see the key, and then you have to do whatever it takes to get back up this glass tower. You gotta shimmy it up, you gotta do the whole Spider-Man thing, you gotta do the legs on, and do whatever you want to do, whatever you have to do to get back up on this thing. And let me tell you right now, when I was first looking at this daily challenge and TJ was talking about it, I instantly was like, Jenny has an advantage. She most likely has an advantage no matter what the elimination is, but this elimination in particular, Jenny had it, because I used to watch American Ninja Warrior a ton, and this is something that would be like considered something to be on American Ninja Warrior, and the people that can do that show look like Jenny. Like, Jenny's thighs are tree trunked, and she can squish a watermelon in between her biceps, and Nicole has heart. The first time they both go down and then try to get back up, Nicole finally gets up for the first time, and she is looking like she is just going to throw in the white towel right away. She is standing up there like, I don't think I could do this more than once. And she does it, she doesn't quit, but what you think would happen happened as Jenny finished the puzzle first. She wins this elimination. She gets to stay in this game. Nicole is sent packing, and Georgia is crying hysterically. Oh my gosh, she looked like, but that's how she was against Bear last season. When Bear got eliminated, she was like bawling her eyes out. Jenny is sitting down there with TJ in the winner circle, and that's when TJ is like, do you want to trade teams? And Jenny goes, nah, I think I'll just stay with the UK team, which I'm still sitting there wondering when we're gonna see somebody turn teams. I want to know. It's a twist, and I hate when twists in shows don't get used. Like, why even put in this twist if nobody's gonna use it? And it doesn't seem like anybody's gonna use it, and I can't wait. But that's it for this episode. What'd you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. Who would have you thrown in? Would you have thrown in Esther, Jenny, or one of the other people on the UK team? Let me know that in the comment section below. Do you think with Leroy leading the US team that they can start winning and they can start being a cohesive team? Let me know that too. And what do you think about Nany's whole strategy through this, that she kind of backed off of wanting to throw in Jenny? Do you think it was smart, or do you think, come on, just throw her in there, please, just do it? I think she should just have gone with the team. She can't go into the next elimination because it's a guy's day. Come on, what's the worst that could happen? But what do you think? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say, and what do you think about this episode in general? What is your overall thoughts of everybody, and does this change anything for you? Do you think that the UK can now finally win without somebody like Nicole on there because she's kind of a weak player. Let me know that too. I want to know everything and everything. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really soon with more reality TV show based videos. There's a challenge brief history coming out this Saturday. I have Going in Blind coming out Tuesday night, and join me next week Thursday night for another challenge War of the Worlds 2 review and recap right here. But until then, peace.